Welcome back, everybody, to more Super Return of the Jedi, as Luke does some more platforming. Alex?
On Endor, or the forest moon of Endor.
It's platforming, Alex.
Yeah, it is.
We don't bring that back often enough, according to some people.
Well, we haven't done any platforming games in a while.
No, well, I mean, we do them occasionally, but a lot of the legacy stuff that we're doing is more like Metroidvanias or Metroid Castle. Well, Castlevania would be a platformer. The early Castlevanias. So that would technically count. But welcome back, everybody. We are on the forest moon of Endor. Luke is trying really, really hard for his dad to capture him. Because, you know, that's the way the plot goes. I don't know. This is what I thought I had to do. My dad doesn't notice me.
He's not loved.
He's apparently not loved at all. And I love the fact that somebody actually did point out this model is inaccurate because Luke should technically be a brunette. So he should have brown hair, not blonde hair.
He's always had kind of really sandy hair.
Yes, he's had sandy blonde hair, and I think they just wanted to do that for consistency.
Why did they expect him to be a brunette?
Well, because Mark Hamill, by the time he recorded Return of the Jedi, he was getting darker.
Oh.
So at that point, it's kind of a tougher sell to say that he was still blonde at that point.
I didn't even notice a difference in his hair color.
It's not very noticeable. I mean, remember, this is, I believe, if I've got this right, Alex, this is post motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill.
Because
I think it happened just before Empire, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. And we are to our boss fight, which, oh crap, they're bringing in people. No! They're freaking Dark Troopers, man! They're freaking Dark Troopers! People wanted to know what Dark Troopers look like. It's not like this, but this was actually a prototype design for the Dark Trooper that would show up in Dark Forces. That's okay.
You die.
We did die.
You were annihilated.
We were, in fact, annihilated.
But we're trying to surrender so that we can be taken to...
Yeah, I know, right? I'm surrendering by destroying your shuttle. And your guards. What do you think of that, Dad? I think you have some issues to work out, son. You think? All right, there we go. We have won the boss fight. Well, you can't surrender in a Super Nintendo game. You just can't do it. So they did what they could. All right, this is the radio voice, Alex.
Lando Calrissian and Num come out of hyperspace ready to attack the new Death Star.
We've got to give Han, Chewie, and Leia more time to destroy the shield generators, baby. I always love adding that to the Lando voice. All right, so we're going into the new level, which is basically, we're used to these kinds of levels by now. This is the initial attack that the Millennium Falcon and its crew did against the Death Star. And even has new music, Alex!
Yeah, nice.
Holy crap! Unfortunately, they did not get a pixelated version of Admiral Akbar. So you do not have a pixelated version of It's a Trap! There is a pixelated voice in this game, and you guys will love it because it makes more sense than Admiral Akbar. But all you have to do in this is kill off, I think it's like 15 ties in the difficulty that we're taking. I think it goes as high as 30 or 40 ties in like Jedi mode. So there you go. Oh, last one! Last one! Wow, if you look at this, the Millennium Falcon looks awfully flat.
Yeah.
I don't think they thought that out, but okay, we win.
Well, it's a 2D game.
Han, Chewie, and Leia enter the shield generator on Endor through a secret entrance.
We're really pixelated in this picture. This is the best they could do, guys.
Oh,
so, because we haven't been showing him any love, we're gonna take Chewie. So here we go. We've got some. A lot of people are wondering, does Chewie still work the same way he has? He works the same way he did in Empire. So at that point, like, he has a blaster, he has this spin attack, which he didn't have in Super Star Wars, and that's about it. So we'll give some love over to Chewie here. But I'm actually just curious because as we're recording this, we had some interesting Star Wars news happen today, and I'm wondering, Alex, did you see it?
No.
Apparently the internet wants to cancel Adam Driver for being patriotic. because in case you guys don't know this, he's a former Marine.
Okay.
And Gal Gadot's a former Israeli soldier.
Yeah, so at that point, I just find it funny, like, poor Adam Driver, he just can't do anything right. People hated him as Kylo, and now people hate him because he's a former Marine. The guy can't catch a break. For the record, I like the guy. I think he does actually some solid acting. I've seen stuff aside from Kylo. I think he does good. I just don't like the fact that Hollywood is casting him as a pretty boy, because he kind of borders on that. Like, yes, I know, guys, the chest.
The chest.
But the way that he, like, when he looks on camera, he really just looks like a dude in a rom-com. He really does. It's not his fault. It's just his build. And also, I love the fact that, with so Rise of Skywalker is also out, and it's official. Every single cast member is done with Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
But I have a good question in that regard, and Alex will probably agree with me on this. I think they're in the right. Like, as much as we've ragged on Lisa Marie Tran, I think it was her name.
Kelly Marie
Tran, and all of the cast, like, did it get a little excessive? Yeah, probably. It probably did. It's just sad to me because unfortunately they will be remembered as, part of the bad trilogy. At least that's what a lot of people are now speculating is going to happen, because I don't know if you've seen a lot of rankings now, Alex, but a lot of people are putting the prequels above the new trilogy.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
No, I think I'd actually be there too. So I actually want to showcase this. This is actually one of the biggest treasure hoards of Super Return of the Jedi.
Up here?
I did not know that this existed until I saw a guide on it. So thank you, World of Long Plays, for showing me this wonderful little treasure trove of blaster power-ups, extra lives, and whatnot. And no, this specifically isn't it. This is a part of it. So you can get like some extra points to get an extra life if you want to. But it gets better, Andrea, because all we have to do is come on over here.
And die.
Well, attempt to die. We're not attempting, but this is actually the entrance to the treasure trove. Lots of points in here. And unfortunately, since Chewie is basically a big lumbering oaf, we have to do this as best as we can. It's so nice to know that Wookiees have a spin power-up. Blaster power, so now we have Rapid Ion. Yay! Except you have to be really careful in this area, because if you go too crazy with a higher gun, you lose the access. Because what you basically have to do is create platforms. Like unfortunately, I just effed up.
Aw.
But that's okay. I wanted to show a mistake. And then later on, we will actually show me going into this area. Because, yes, I do actually try to make this work, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't. I am a good jumper. I am not that good a jumper. That's okay.
You'd be like,
we'll
well, I
continue
gotta
on.
die.
So we'll showcase a little bit more of this level, and then we will go back to that, because unfortunately, this actually took a couple of lives, as this is one of those active pit stages that, you F up once, and you're immediately on your ass. Oh, well.
Whoa.
And you want to know what makes it worse, Alex? That damn super speed power-up. It totally makes it worse. But I will guarantee you probably have never seen the inside of the shield generator looking like this.
No, I can't say that I have.
I get it, guys. Creativity in order to make a level, but this just makes me giggle. It's the same thing as like Luke in the AT-AT yard. That's hilarious to me. That's how much they had to stretch, but it's okay because we still love you guys for it, even though you're not around anymore. Or Scalper Soft.
We mentioned the actors are kind of getting to that point where they're like, yeah, we're done with Star Wars now. And,
yeah.
It doesn't surprise me, but it's also, I think, fitting because Ewan McGregor was actually warned against doing Star Wars by his uncle, Dennis Lawson.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah. His uncle urged him, no, don't be in Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. So I died, unfortunately. So now I will showcase the actual treasure trove.
Ow.
This is the successful attempt.
Ow!
He's got a very human skeleton.
Does anybody smell burnt Wookiee? And we're gonna go ahead and completely disregard the dual shock. We have to record this with a PS4, so I will see if I can take care of that, but... Oh, man. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so this is like the first point of the treasure trove. We'll get the blaster power up so we can get up to rapid ion and therefore can kill these things quicker. But as you can see, I'm being a lot more careful.
Blaster power.
Blaster power! See, this is what you technically want to do. You want to use that same ledge that I was trying to use to jump to basically kind of create your in.
Yeah, I figured that.
So I love it. Just seeing a bunch of bouncy balls everywhere. Holy crap, man. Yeah, it's one of those things where I do technically feel bad for Daisy and for John Boyega and all that, because like you're not going to tell me that they didn't give it their all. Like they did try to make this work. It's just unfortunately other people might have had different ideas in mind. And it's not John's fault. Like, John did what he could with Finn, and I believe he did. Same thing with Adam Driver. I think he did what he could with Kylo, and he made it work. But unfortunately, they're done, which means that Rosario Dawson can step in as frickin' Ahsoka Tano. And yes, that is a good casting choice. Brie Larson is not. And in fact, did you actually hear the frickin' rumor, Alex, that they were considering giving Brie Larson Mara Jade?
Mara Jade's like old EU canon, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
So I don't think so. They're not gonna.
No, it got turned down really quick. But the rumor was originally Brie was supposed to be Ahsoka, and they then decided, we might actually do something with Mara Jade, and gave it to Brie, and then cast Rosario as Ahsoka. I don't think that Mara Jade is ever going to show up.
Probably not.
Ever. Because it doesn't make sense now. Like, she's supposed to be the wife of Luke Skywalker. Half of the arcs that she's involved with haven't even shown up in this current Star Wars canon. Yes, you could do that, guys. You could stand on the turret and just kill it.
Nice.
And I believe it's a bug. I might be wrong, and Sculpture Software is more than welcome to tell me I'm wrong.
Well, why don't you jump on another one of those and see?
Oh, trust me, you could do it.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is that I wonder if this was a bug that they really didn't want you to be able to jump on where the turret is. Or was. Like, even if you destroy the turret, you could stay there. So I don't know if that's what they intended. But okay. Let's just assume that they did. Oh, poor Chewie. He's doing his best here, guys. The poor little Wookiee is just singed everywhere. Speaking of the Rise of Skywalker, have you gotten it on Blu-ray yet?
My dad did.
Your dad did. Okay, that makes sense. I actually wonder what he thought of it. So I don't think we took him to see it.
No.
He's like, maybe I'll avoid this. Maybe because people are gonna hate on it. Maybe I'll.
No, I think he was seeing it anyway.
Oh no, we told him that we liked it. Because ultimately we did. I mean, I could see a lot of the problems that people are now dissecting, but yeah, I was okay with it. I was okay with that being the ending. And then I can just forget that Last Jedi ever existed. Kind of. Sort of. Maybe. It's complicated, guys. It's complicated.
Oh.
Damn it. And progress lost. See, this is what you have to do in this freaking level.
Progress lost.
Oh my gosh. Like, this is one of those reasons why I can understand why Alex gets pissed at a Sonic level if he missed his opportunity to go to the upper track. Because it's just like, yeah, you have to do this with pixel precision. If you don't, then you don't get to advance, period. There's no lower track to this level.
That's right.
You have to probably stand
It's
on
all
the side.
one way.
Kind of. Basically, what I have to do is engineer the mechanics to work in my favor. You have to basically jerry-rig the platform showing up when you want it. Which is what I'm trying to do right now. Oh. Holy crap. Speaking of Sonic, so since when we're recording this, we have since talked about the rumor that Sega might be being bought out by Microsoft.
Right.
And apparently people surprisingly sided with you. Like, they don't want, like, if the plan is for a buyout, which generally the theory that we had was it's not a buyout. It's probably like a deal. They all agreed with you. They're like, I hope Microsoft doesn't buy it out. And actually under the premise that you would agree with, like, they wrecked, in their opinion, they wrecked Rare. And so at that point, why should we trust Microsoft with Sega of all people? So I guess my question is, how do you feel about that? Because it's not that you changed your argument on that matter, but you're originally of the argument it's just like a deal. It has to be a deal.
Or it's just nothing at all, and it's just a crazy rumor that stemmed from nothing. I don't know.
That probably would have debuted at E3, but, well, no E3.
Yeah.
So,
and no South by Southwest.
no South by Southwest. I think Evo's on the way out, too. Even that's the saddest part, is like Evo had this really cool announcement earlier this year that they were going to bring Marvel vs. Capcom 2 back for its, I think it was 30th anniversary for it. And they are not going to do that because of coronavirus.
Yeah.
Thanks, COVID.
Thanks, Corona-chan.
Thanks, Corona-chan. The wrecker of all lives. And we can officially say that because, like, Corona-chan has kind of wrecked all of our lives to some extent.
Yeah, pretty much.
Andrea hates her job because she has to deal with Corona-chan on a regular basis. Alex has to try and make things work despite Corona-chan. Yeah, we're gonna ignore that death happened. And for all the people who want to say, you're cheating, you're using save states and a friggin' emulator. And?
Exactly, and this game's hard.
This game's hard, yo. To all the people who say that, my answer is simply this. Pick up a controller and play it yourself, bitches.
Exactly.
Because I dare you to do it. I know there are people that can. Like, there are world records for the Super Star Wars games. You're not gonna get epic levels from me. I haven't played these in years. And people gotta remember, it's been like a wide expanse between games. Because I think by the time we played Empire, it was around the time Last Jedi came out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's a lot of time, guys. Crap can get really, really rusty.
Funny how these games seem so much harder than, modern games today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I guess the mentality back then was there's two ways to look at it.
Make it famous for its infamy.
It's like either they were still running on arcade logic. I'll continue this next part.
Yes, exactly. We'll continue it on later, everybody.